Hey everybody, hope you're doing well. I want to take a minute to review our site at Archusa Creek Water Park, located in Quitman, Mississippi. It's going to be ran by the Pat Harrison Waterway District. I'm going to give this particular site here a 9 out of 10. We really enjoyed our weekend, had a great time. Only one negative to talk about, and it wasn't major, but let's talk about Site 46 here at Archusa. So as you can see, let's start off with the fresh pavement. I don't know how fresh, but I will tell you guys, and a lot of you know that have been camping for a while. Fresh pavement means you're going to have that little lip there between the dirt and the pavement. It's not major here, but I will say I had to back in and out a couple of times to get everything situated correctly. I originally wanted my steps to come down to the pavement, onto the pad. Did that, my slide wouldn't come all the way out on the other side, but we'll talk about that in a minute and show you what I'm seeing there, what I'm talking about, and what I'm thinking whenever I'm trying to get my camper in place. So the site in general is pretty secluded. Now we do have one camper next to us, but you can see all the space right here was ours. We had nobody come through the entire weekend we were there. So you've got your little fire pit there, your ring of stones, you got a grill that you would see at other parks, and a picnic table. Absolutely loved how clean this park was. Plenty of shade trees. As you can see, place for a hammock there. Did have some ducks. Ducks didn't cause us any problems, and to be honest, my little girl absolutely loved seeing them. And they were clean, if you catch my drift. And we'll talk about some unclean things we saw, and we'll blame that on the Canadian geese that apparently they're having some trouble with at Archusa. But great view. It is the grass is high right here. We were told by one of the maintenance men that they've been getting a lot of rain and it's hard to mow right now. It's another reason I didn't get to try out the disc golf course. It was kind of grown up, but they said that just as soon as it dries up a little bit, they'll get that back under control. So if you notice here, you've got a great place to launch kayaks. Or if you want to go over to the boat launch, you could launch if you got a pontoon or a fishing boat, and come and just dock it right here for the night, run it up on the shore. Did some fishing down here. I'll say we didn't catch a thing, but we had a great time, and when you're out there camping, as you guys know, that's all that matters, that you're having fun. So now let's head back up to the camper here, and I'll show you some of the things that we dealt with when we were getting set up. Overall, the site was very level. We were very happy with that compared to our stay 2 weekends ago at Manor Creek. It wasn't so good, but we won't go into that right now. So as you can see, I only used one leveling block under each tire, so that's not too bad. Got us pretty dang level. Now there's a shot of the lip that we're dealing with. If you got young kids or someone that doesn't have really good footing, something to definitely watch out for, but it didn't cause a huge problem. But as you can see, I love our steps, but for the second weekend in a row, we did have to use some extra leveling blocks there under that. And that first step is quite the step up, but we dealt with it. And originally, like I said, I wanted to get my steps down on the pad, but I just couldn't make it work. And as we move around to the other side of the camper, here is the reason why. Guys, I promise you I was not the one that hit this power box, but it definitely looks like someone has at some point. As you can see, I got about 1/8 of an inch of clearance there. So I got as close as I could and allowed our slide to come out, which that is the reason we kind of moved back and forth and over a few times. I'm sure we looked like rookies, but what can I say? I guess we are. So another problem we ran into, it really wasn't a problem. We made it work. Check out that no threads on the sewer pipe. We weren't ready for it. Our adapters only threaded, and now I know that I need to pick up one of the donut seals that I'd never heard of until I started Googling this weekend when I panicked and tried to figure out what the heck to do. But like I mentioned, plenty of room here in the back. You can't see They got your post there. You can't come back too far, which we couldn't have come back much farther anyway because of wanting to get our stabilizer jacks down. So as far as the site, man, look how clean. There's a shot of your neighbor there. But as I mentioned, nobody came through our site. I think pretty much everybody on the waterfront sites right here have their own area to get to the water. I did notice a neighbor had a pontoon boat as well that he was loading and unloading passengers. So I'll tell you guys this. When you go and you look at the maps for these parks, they are very deceiving. So we're site 46. To the right here is 47 right there. And then here to the left is going to be site number 48. As you can see, you'll see plenty of space there. There's site 48. And then 49 is going to be right here on the left as well. They look much more spread out on the map. I would highly recommend each of those sites though. 48 could be a little trickier to get into, but you shouldn't have an issue, especially if this isn't your first time. Now, the only issue I have with site 46 is you got trees on both sides and you notice it's in a curve. Not a major hiccup. I'm by no means a professional, so if I can do it, so can you. But I will just point out you do have that little bit of lip there that you have to deal with, and if it was raining or muddy, that could be an issue. But we had no problems, like I mentioned, getting in. And that blue Z71 right there is my stepdad. So there is a little extra room for parking too if you have two vehicles that you want to get in. Now let's take a walk up here and check out the bathhouse. We're not going to get close, but just kind of show you where it is in relation to our campsite. This is campsite 45 here that I'm standing on too, and it was occupied this weekend and looked good. So there's your bathhouse there. There's a view of campsite 45 with a bridge going across the water that my little girl absolutely loved. Now, campsite or loop B, that's where you want to be at Archusa Creek Water Park. As ease of access, I'm going to give it a 4.5 out of 5. Overall cleanliness, friendliness of the park staff, I'm going to go, like I said, a 9 out of 10 here. We thoroughly enjoyed our weekend and can highly recommend Archusa Creek Water Park in Quitman, Mississippi. Thanks for tuning in.